They work in the shadows. Their names go unknown, and their work is seldom recognized. Yet official bilingualism is impossible without their services. Translators, interpreters, and terminologists enable our two linguistic communities to talk to and understand each other. Today, I'm speaking to employees of the New Brunswick Translation Bureau. Laura Bonney, you are the Chief Interpreter at the Translation Bureau. The interpreter must listen to someone speaking, remember what is said, and provide it in another language. It seems to me that an interpreter is a bit of an acrobat. What do you think?
I think you could say that. The interpreter has to perform a kind of mental gymnastic, and just like learning an acrobatics routine, you need to put in hours and hours of training. You need to learn how to fall and get back up and persevere to make it. With time, though, the process becomes more automatic and it leads to far fewer brain pains.
What skills do you need to practice this profession?
First and foremost, in New Brunswick, you need to master both French and English. Then you have to be able to put yourself in the speaker's shoes. It's a key part of getting the message across. And then you need a good memory and a ton of curiosity. You need to always want to learn more. Give yourself the tools to understand any topic and to adapt to all situations. But then you also have to be humble and accept that it's impossible to know everything. You have to be able to accept your mistakes, recognize that you make them, don't let them get you down, and then also you need to be able to deal with the adrenaline rush.
Do you translate word for word?
We try to convey all the meaning of what is said. Generally speaking, we can take a step back from the original sentence to deliver a sentence that sounds natural. The goal is for the audience to forget that they're listening to a translation. In court, on the other hand, we try to stick closely to the original wording so we don't influence the line of questioning. But even then, I wouldn't call it word-for-word translation because word-for-word translation would end up sounding like gibberish.
Why do translators work in a team of two?
Interpreting requires tremendous concentration, which gets very tiring. And there comes a point where you can no longer keep up without making mistakes. We need to rest, and that's why colleagues come in and take over after 30 minutes. And we work in teams of 2 or 3 depending on the length of the day. And the colleague who is in the booth sitting with us can also help with terminology and numbers and so on.
How do you deal with humorous comments?
We do our best. We try to reproduce the jokes and convey the humor. Tone helps, but sometimes we get inspired and find a worthy equivalent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.